The ride to Umaid Bhawan Palace, a journey through the blue city and the sands of time. The sun had just begun to rise, painting the skies over Jodhpur with hues of pink, gold, and the softest lavender. The morning air was cool, with a gentle breeze that carried with it the earthy fragrance of Rajasthan. I mounted my bike, feeling the excitement of the journey ahead. My destination today was the majestic Umaid Bhawan Palace, a royal residence that stands as a symbol of both luxury and compassion, perched atop the Chitta Hill. But the ride there would be as much a part of the experience as the palace itself. It would take me through the heart of Jodhpur, along roads that have witnessed centuries of history and culture, and through landscapes that reflect the very essence of Rajasthan. As I pedaled through the city, the streets slowly awakened with the rhythm of daily life. The houses, painted in shades of blue, glistened under the golden light of dawn. Jodhpur, famously known as the Blue City, is a place where history seems to whisper from every corner. The blue-washed homes aren't just beautiful, they carry deep cultural significance. Originally, they were painted by the Brahmins, the priestly class, to signify their caste and distinguish their homes. Over time, this tradition spread to the entire city, and today these blue houses form a spectacular landscape that seems to shimmer in the sunlight. Riding through the narrow, winding lanes of the old city, I felt as if I had stepped back in time. Jodhpur was founded in 1459 by Rao Jodha, the ruler of the Rathore clan, after whom the city is named. The city was strategically built near the Mehranga fort, which rises high above the city, perched on a rocky hill, and has served as a symbol of Rajput valor and pride for centuries. Even from afar, the fort is a sight to behold, its massive walls blending seamlessly with the rugged landscape. It was as if the fort was watching over the city, guarding its people as it had done for over 5 centuries. Jodhpur's history is deeply intertwined with the tales of Rajput kings and their code of honor. The Rajputs were warriors, known for their fierce loyalty, bravery, and unyielding spirit. Their legacy can be seen in the city's palaces, forts, and temples, each of which tells a story of valor, art, and devotion. The city itself was once a flourishing trade center due to its location on the silk and spice routes, which connected India to Central Asia and beyond. As I rode through the streets, I could still sense the echoes of this grand past, the bustling markets, the intricate stone carvings on the buildings, and the vibrant colors that filled every corner of the city. Leaving behind the narrow lanes of the old city, I soon found myself on broader roads that led towards the outskirts of Jodhpur. The transition was almost seamless from the medieval heart of the city to its more modern surroundings. Here the streets were wider, quieter, and lined with trees that formed a gentle canopy above me. The city was slowly giving way to the open spaces that Rajasthan is known for. On either side of the road, gardens bloomed with flowers, their colors standing in stark contrast to the ochre hues of the desert that stretched out in the distance. This lush greenery was a reminder of the ingenuity of the people here. Despite the arid land, they had created an oasis in the desert. The road leading to Umaid Bhawan Palace is one of those rare journeys where the destination gradually reveals itself to you. Every bend in the road offered a new perspective, a new glimpse of the palace. As I pedaled further, the landscape opened up, giving me a clear view of the palace in the distance. Its golden sandstone facade gleamed in the morning light, and I felt a surge of anticipation. Umaid Bhawan Palace is no ordinary building. It is a testament to the vision of Maharaja Umaid Singh and a symbol of hope for the people of Jodhpur. The story of Umaid Bhawan Palace is one of resilience, hope, and compassion. Unlike many other palaces in Rajasthan, which were built as symbols of power or opulence, Umaid Bhawan was built with a more altruistic purpose. In the late 1920s, Jodhpur was hit by a devastating drought that left much of the population in dire straits. The people, who relied heavily on agriculture, were faced with a severe famine. Thousands of families lost their livelihoods and were struggling to survive. At this time, Maharaja Umaid Singh, the ruler of Jodhpur, made a decision that would forever change the fate of his people. In 1928, the Maharaja commissioned the construction of Umaid Bhawan Palace, not as a display of royal wealth, but as a massive public works project aimed at providing employment to the people of Jodhpur. Over the next 15 years, more than 3,000 workers were employed in the construction of the palace, providing them with a steady income during one of the most difficult periods in the region's history. The project was not just a solution to a crisis, it was a symbol of the Maharaja's deep concern for his people, and it gave the city hope in a time of despair. The architecture of Umaid Bhawan Palace is a stunning blend of Western and Indian styles. Designed by British architect Henry Lanchester, the palace is a masterpiece of Indo-Deco architecture, combining Art Deco elements with traditional Rajput motifs. The golden sandstone used in its construction was sourced from Chitta Hill, giving the palace its warm, honey-colored glow. The palace's central dome, which rises 105 feet above the ground, is inspired by the Renaissance style and adds a sense of grandeur to the structure. Surrounding the palace are vast, beautifully landscaped gardens that stretch out as far as the eye can see, offering breathtaking views of the Aravalli Hills in the distance. As I rode closer to the palace, the road became even more scenic. The trees lining the road were taller now, their branches forming a natural archway overhead, and the air was filled with the fragrance of blooming flowers. Rajasthan is often thought of as a dry, arid land, but here, near Umaid Bhawan, the landscape was lush and green. This oasis-like setting, with its vibrant gardens and tree-lined avenues, was a stark contrast to the desert that surrounded the city. It felt as though I was being drawn into a different world, a world where time slowed down, and the grandeur of the past was preserved in every detail. The palace itself was a sight to behold. As I reached the gates of Umaid Bhawan, I was struck by its sheer scale and magnificence. The golden domes, the sweeping arches, and the intricate carvings on the walls all spoke of a bygone era of royal splendor. But beyond its beauty, what made Umaid Bhawan truly special was its soul. This was not just a palace, it was a place built for the people. Every stone, every column, and every courtyard told the story of the workers who had built it, and the Maharaja who had envisioned it as a beacon of hope. Today, the palace is divided into 3 sections: the royal residence, a luxury hotel, and a museum. The royal family of Jodhpur still resides in one part of the palace, maintaining a connection to their ancestors and the legacy of Maharaja Umaid Singh. The hotel, run by the Taj Group, offers visitors the chance to experience the opulence of royal living, with its luxurious suites, grand dining halls, and world-class amenities. The museum, on the other hand, offers a glimpse into the history of the palace and the Rathore dynasty. Here, visitors can see everything from vintage cars and royal artifacts to exhibits on the life of Maharaja Umaid Singh. Standing there, in the shadow of the palace, I couldn't help but feel a sense of awe. Umaid Bhawan was more than just a palace, it was a symbol of Jodhpur's resilience, a testament to the bond between the Maharaja and his people. The ride had been more than just a physical journey, it had been a journey through time, through the history and heart of Rajasthan. As I looked up at the towering domes of Umaid Bhawan, I felt connected to the generations of people who had walked these same roads, who had built this palace stone by stone, and who had lived their lives in the shadow of its grandeur. Rajasthan is a land of contrasts, where deserts meet oases, where ancient forts stand side by side with modern cities, and where the spirit of the past lives on in the hearts of its people. Jodhpur, with its rich history, its vibrant culture, and its majestic palaces, is a microcosm of this incredible land. My journey to Umaid Bhawan Palace had taken me through the heart of the Blue City, along roads that had witnessed centuries of history, and through landscapes that reflected the beauty and resilience of Rajasthan. And as I stood there, looking out over the city below, I knew that this ride, this journey, was one that I would carry with me forever. The sun was higher in the sky now, casting a warm glow over the palace and the city beyond. The ride had come to an end, but the memories of the journey, the sights, the sounds, the stories would stay with me, a reminder of the beauty and majesty of Jodhpur and the incredible legacy of Umaid Bhawan Palace.